Welcome to InformedTouristA.I. This is your travel guru, Curtis, trying to keep you safe. Are you ready? Good, because in this episode, we're diving headfirst into a world where paradise has a bit of a dark side. What if I told you that the most beautiful destinations hide dangers you'd never expect? From treacherous tides to unexplained disappearances, these beaches have seen it all. Stick around to learn how to stay safe. We'll be taking you from the sun-drenched shores of popular tourist traps to the eerie, fog-laden coasts where ships go to disappear. Stay until the end to discover the #1 danger you'd never see coming. But first, please subscribe and hit that like button. Now on with the video. Topping our list is the aptly named Skeleton Coast. Stretching for miles along the Namibian coast, this desolate landscape is as beautiful as it is unforgiving. Known for its haunting beauty and shipwrecks, this beach is shrouded in fog and danger. Tourists, bless their adventurous souls, often find themselves drawn to the Skeleton Coast's stark beauty. The unforgiving Namib Desert stretches right up to the ocean's edge, creating a landscape where getting lost is as easy as breathing. The Skeleton Coast is notorious for its treacherous currents and unpredictable tides. One minute you're paddling in the surf, the next you're caught in a rip current faster than you can say, "Help!" Heed the warning signs, stick to designated areas, and let's try to keep this episode from turning into a morbid nature documentary, shall we? Now let's hop across the globe to a slightly less skeletal but no less dangerous destination, Lake Superior. While not your typical tropical destination, the beaches of Lake Superior are notorious for their deadly rip currents. The sheer size and depth of Lake Superior create unique weather patterns and currents that can change in the blink of an eye. One minute it's all sunshine and calm waters, the next it's a churning cauldron of waves and icy terror. Tourists have vanished while swimming or kayaking, and the lake's icy waters make survival nearly impossible. Lake Superior's waters are notoriously frigid, even in the summer months. Hypothermia can set in within minutes, making even the strongest swimmers vulnerable. So before you don your swimsuit and bravely venture into Lake Superior's chilly embrace, remember this: it's called Superior for a reason. Next, we're whisking you away to the land of smiles. Thailand's Phuket beaches are world famous, attracting millions of tourists each year with their pristine sands and crystal-clear waters. But beneath this idyllic facade lurks a hidden danger: rip currents. Rip currents, those invisible rivers of the sea, always lurking just beyond the breakers, waiting to whisk unsuspecting swimmers away from shore. Monsoon season brings deadly rip currents, and unsuspecting swimmers have been pulled out to sea, never to return. It's during these monsoon months that Phuket's rip currents transform from mischievous tricksters into relentless forces of nature. Translation: check the weather, or risk becoming part of the ocean. So before you pack your bags for a Phuket paradise, remember to pack your common sense too. Chapter 4. Hanauma Bay, More Than Meets the Eye. Our next stop takes us to the breathtaking Hanauma Bay in Hawaii, a place where the underwater world explodes with color and life. Hanauma Bay is a snorkeler's paradise, but its strong currents and hidden riptides have caused numerous tragedies. You see, Hanauma Bay is a classic case of looks can be deceiving. Those vibrant coral reefs and schools of fish, they're all too happy to distract you from the powerful currents swirling just beneath the surface. And those hidden riptides? Well, they're like the mischievous cousins of the rip currents we met earlier, only they prefer to hang out in bays and inlets. Some tourists have disappeared while exploring its coral reefs, leaving behind only unanswered questions. So before you grab your snorkel and fins and dive headfirst into Hanauma Bay's aquatic wonderland, take a moment to familiarize yourself with the currents and tides. Chapter 5. Fraser Island Paradise with Bike. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading down under to Fraser Island, Australia, the world's largest sand island. Fraser Island is a remote paradise, but it's also a place where tourists have gone missing. It's got it all: treacherous tides, dense forests, and, oh yeah, those adorable but potentially deadly creatures, the dingoes. The island's interior is a labyrinth of dense forests, winding paths, and hidden dangers. And let's not forget the dingoes that roam the island. Dingoes are wild animals, and they've been known to attack humans, especially if they feel threatened or if food is involved. So, if you're planning a trip to Fraser Island, remember this: respect the wildlife, respect the environment, and for goodness sake, respect the warning signs. Chapter 6. Black Sand Beach, Where Beauty Bites Back. Our next stop takes us to the land of fire and ice, Iceland. Iceland's Black Sand Beach is breathtaking, but it's also deadly. The North Atlantic Ocean is a fickle beast, and its waves have a nasty habit of sneaking up on you when you least expect it. Sneaker waves have pulled unsuspecting tourists into the freezing Atlantic, and once you're in, there's almost no way out. Let's just say those scenic selfies might come at a cost. So before you venture too close to the water's edge, remember this: Admire the view from a safe distance, keep a watchful eye on the waves, and maybe pack an extra layer or two. Chapter 7. Playa del Carmen, Paradise Found, Trouble Not Far Behind. From the icy shores of Iceland, we're transporting you to the sunny shores of Mexico. While Playa del Carmen attracts millions of visitors, it's also known for its unpredictable waters and hidden dangers. Those inviting turquoise waters, they hide a network of strong currents that can quickly sweep you away from shore. And those unexplained vanishings? Well, they're the kind of stories that keep travel bloggers up at night. Pro tip, stick to the shallow end unless you're looking for a one-way ticket to nowhere. So, before you pack your bags for a Playa del Carmen getaway, remember this. Enjoy the nightlife, but be mindful of your surroundings. Be cautious when swimming, and if something feels off, trust your instincts. Chapter 8. Bermuda Beaches, Lost in Paradise. Our next destination takes us to the mysterious Bermuda Triangle, a place where fact and fiction collide more often than the waves on a stormy day. The beaches of Bermuda are undeniably stunning, but they're also part of the infamous Bermuda Triangle. Tourists have vanished here, sometimes swept away by rogue waves or disappearing under mysterious circumstances. Some blame rogue waves, those towering walls of water that seem to appear out of nowhere. Because who wouldn't want their beach vacation to include a free trip to another dimension? So, if you're planning a trip to Bermuda, remember this. Enjoy the beauty, but be respectful of the ocean. Be mindful of your surroundings and maybe pack a compass, just in case. Chapter 9. Copacabana Beach, More Than Just a Pretty Face. From the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, we're transporting you to the vibrant shores of Brazil. Known for its vibrant nightlife and stunning scenery, Copacabana Beach also has a darker side. Those strong undertows, they're like the bouncers of the ocean, always lurking just beneath the surface, ready to pull unsuspecting swimmers out to sea. And the crime? Well, let's just say that even paradise has its share of bad apples. Just remember, it's all fun and games until the waves, or something else, takes you. So before you hit the beach in your best swimwear, remember this. Be mindful of your belongings, be aware of your surroundings, and if you're planning on swimming, stick to designated areas with lifeguards on duty. Chapter 10. Bondi Beach, where the fun never stops, until it does. Our final destination takes us back down under to Australia's most iconic beach, Bondi Beach. Bondi Beach is one of Australia's most iconic destinations, but it's also infamous for its dangerous rip currents. Those inviting waves that surfers flock to, they're also a breeding ground for rip currents, those invisible rivers of the sea that can pull even the strongest swimmers out to sea in seconds. While lifeguards do their best, not everyone makes it back. The lifeguards at Bondi Beach are some of the best in the world, but even they can't be everywhere at once. So, before you grab your surfboard or don your swimsuit, remember this. Always swim between the flags, never swim alone, and if you're ever caught in a rip current, don't panic. Float with the current and signal for help. And there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour of some of the world's most beautiful and potentially dangerous beaches. Thanks for watching InformedTouristA.I. Hit the like button and subscribe to stay safe and informed on your travels. Remember, a little bit of knowledge can go a long way, especially when it comes to staying safe on your travels. Now check out one of these videos.